Hi Biafra, I'm coming to you live. I promised that I would come out and tell you a little bit of what is going on that you have heard in social media in the past week in the attacks on my character, and I just want to go over some things that have been happening so that you understand what all is going on, that that what you're seeing is actually an attack of the enemy. It's not real. Coming from the first point when we were going to Washington, D.C., the enemy was ready to battle, was ready to take what we had planned. The Washington meeting kind of went a little different than planned, only because in the beginning IPOB had said they were going to sponsor our trip for all of us going, all 5 members, but then bailed out in the day before we were headed out. So what happened is 2 of our guys that I had went into the meeting, and then I later came that morning. Actually, I wasn't even thinking I was going to get there, but I took a flight out that morning to meet in Washington. The reason why we haven't put out any video or anything now is because the enemy is in battle with me. Can you imagine even putting anything out at this time? The enemy has attacked me greatly with my character in any kind of way that was possible. Actually, while I was in Washington, D.C., Nigerian government was actually set up on the grounds of Washington, D.C. everywhere. When I got there, I was getting calls from Nigerian government asking where I was. So at that time, I was by myself till I got to my destination to meet with my guys. And then after that, we went separate ways, and I knew that I had to get up out of there and get to a safe environment, which I went back to the airport and actually stayed in the airport 17 hours so that I'd be safe. And so at this time, I didn't want to put anything out in the media on my visit to Washington, because great things are coming, and the enemy will not know about this until the end comes, because he will destroy what we have brought, what I have worked so hard to bring, and what Biafra has worked so hard to bring, and what Namdi has worked so hard to bring. We won't let that happen. So I just wanted to let you know about that meeting a bit, and that great things are coming in the next couple months. I can't really give you dates or anything because IPOB will get on to me about giving dates before I give them the word on what's going on. But also in the past couple days, I have got with Amnesty International, and they want me to be a writer with them. And I believe that'll be such a big incentive for IPOB USA and what is to come. So I'll be starting writing with Amnesty International USA in 2 days. But I just want to tell you a little bit more too about the video the voice recorded that has been out in social media that they plastered all over the news with my name, character assassinating me. That audio was actually, I used to campaign for Jonathan Goodluck in about 4 years ago. I was working with PDP, and during that time, APC set me up, and that is the audio from APC at that time. So what they did was bring it back out and said that this was what I had did to set up Biafra, that I was setting up our own people. Could you imagine all the things that I've done? Why would I set up my own people? This was a 4-year ago audio that they brought out now. And I will tell you what happened. The Sunday before I went to Washington, D.C., there was a national IPOB meeting that 3 APC members were allowed to sit in. And I don't know if you know what APC represents. APC is Bahori's people. There's no way of getting around that they're bad people because they're Bahori's people. You can't ever change that. That can never change. They can never mix with us because they are his. You can't put Bahori's people in our meetings. You can't put Bahori's people with us because that will never work. So they came to our meeting that morning, which I was not there, and they were allowed to sit there. And after roll call, they said, if Candy Stallworth is here, we will not sit here. Who are you to come in a meeting that you are APC members attending a meeting that you are not even an IPOB leader for one, you are not a Biafran for another, and what are you doing there? So my question was, why were these 3 APC members in our national meeting that morning presenting that audio tape to everyone saying we have something that we'd like to share about Candy Stallworth? That's where it all began. And that's where my question is, why did that happen? Why were these Bahori's people allowed to sit and allowed to assassinate my character? I am a IPOB U.S. mobilization leader of the U.S. and I pay my dues. So the reason for you that you pay your dues as an IPOB member or officer is that when something like this occurs, IPOB will come in and come to your rescue, whether you've been wounded, whether you are incarcerated, or whatever it is. That's the purpose of you paying your dues. Now, nobody came to my rescue. Nobody has said nothing. Radio Biafra has not said that I've been innocent. They have not come to my rescue. They have not even mentioned about what is going on. So what is really going on? That's what I say. And I want to know who put who allowed that voice recording to go out in the public. If there is something amongst us as leaders, IPOB leaders, it should go to highest command. It should go into all the chain of commands and then decide what is going on. It should not be put out in the public and assassinate one's character. I know that we are under oath, and I know that oath has been broken because it says you cannot go against your brother or sister. And it has been done to me, and it has been done wrongly. And I just want justice, and I want my innocence to be given back, because you have character assassinated me to the highest extreme that is possible. It could be someone's worst nightmare. But the enemy don't win because I don't stop. And I just want to say, I want to ask Uchi Metfor, why were 3 APC Bahori members allowed to sit in our national meeting to hear all of our secrets that Sunday? And why were they not removed? I urge you, fellow Biafrans, to go to my wall, and you will see how much I have done in the past 6 months for Biafra, for the restoration of Biafra, for a referendum to come, for I have traveled. I have went to Trump Tower. I have went to Selma March. I have put up a march through Selma. I have put a march in Washington, D.C. I had just currently went to Washington. And so I have, and through Trump's campaign, I had went out to every campaign to solicit IPOB during Trump's campaign. So I will tell you, I am not an enemy to my people. I am one who has worked her butt off in the U.S. to obtain what we have today. Nnamdi has done his part. Nnamdi has just come out not long ago, but let me tell you something. While he was in there, I was by his side. I stood by the man. Whatever he wanted me to do, I did. So it's not where someone's coming in now to take glory, because I don't even want glory. I'm just saying, what I've done for my people, you cannot take away, because I have been there through thick and thin. See, when he was in the prison, I was there. Now you people just showing up when he's come out the prison and everything looks glorious, I've been there from the beginning. So I'm just saying, you need to look back on all of my wall, all of my posts, and you will see that I've been there, a hardcore Biafran. I have took calls from my brothers and sisters in Biafra land. I have made calls to them. I have spent mega dollars on phone bills just to stay in contact. I have put myself, my life on the line for this. So I don't think I would be coming against my brother or sister like the enemy has portrayed. He has come into our camp and portrayed that I am a enemy to my people. Could you imagine? Give me what I've done to my people, because I don't see it. I have not taken money or what they have said about me. I would like someone to tell me what is really going on. And I just say that my people, you need to ask more questions on who really is Uchi met for, and why did he invite Bahori's people into our IPOB meeting. And I just say, in America, you may not think, you may see the rallies that are going on in different places in Nigeria that makes you disconnect from maybe other countries or even America, to say that we don't need them, that we can do it ourselves. Our rallies are big enough that, you know, we can sustain ourselves. But let me tell you something. You're in your own four walls in your country, that if you just stay in that area and you're never seen outside of that, how will anyone know? You got to have an outsider to get you out into the other lands, into America. America is the motherland, whether anyone wants to face this or not. Unless you are seen in America and that they see you and want to establish you for referendum or what have you, you will never go no further but an audience in Biafra land or Africa. Why would you having an audience in those areas only will not save you? Your people alone cannot save you. I'm telling you, you have to go outside of the box, and we have to keep our values high in America. I have had a lot of calls today from a lot of Biafrans here in America who want to join IPOB. With all this going on that they see on social media, it's bad for our image. It's bad for what Namdi has established on his own. It is bad for us, period. We have Americans watching. We have political leaders watching us. I know my Facebook has thousands of Americans, thousands of political leaders watching. And when they see this, they're unsure that this organization is stable. They're wondering what's going on amongst us ourselves. If we can't even get along together. Why allow the enemy to come in when we have worked so hard, and Namdi has worked so hard these past 2 years, that you would let an enemy come in to deceive us and take what is not theirs again. I don't know about you, but I don't like going around the mountain again. That where I am now, I want to go higher. I want to go over the mountain. So the only way that we can establish that is to not listen to propaganda, not listen to media that is hyping character assassination amongst brothers and sisters in IPOB and us as Biafrans. You have to let that go. That is the zoo. That is what Namdi taught us, that these people are the zoo. Why are you listening to them? It's just as bad as what Trump goes through every day. He has character assassination on his name and on what he does. And you can't allow that. You got to have a different mindset. And if you want to establish what is going on with referendum and bringing Biafra together and to its existence, you have to get along with your brother and sister, and you're under oath. So all of you not getting along with your brother and sister in IPOB or as working together, Namdi don't need you out here fighting. He don't need us out here fighting amongst each other when he's trying to establish big things out here. I mean, and he has to come back home to this mess. That is very bad. I mean, the leader has sat in a prison for several years. Why would you put him through something like this? I mean, get that mess. Tell the enemy to leave and be done with it. We have to stick together as a family of IPOB and not let the enemy come between us. So I say that in America, with the IPOB, it needs to be stronger. The IPOB members need to get out of this wanting to bicker and fight amongst each other. That you need to get out and work, get out and find something to do. Whether it's a march or whatever have you, get involved so that you can bring IPOB greater to America. We can't fight amongst each other and bring anything. God says the reason why something comes is from unity. Unity brings forth change, brings forth what it needs to bring. And I'm just saying that all this fighting and character assassination will only bring down yourself, because what you're putting to the table is what's going to come back to you. So I just say that in the next couple months, good things are coming from Washington. Good things are coming from different avenues of our government to help establish Biafra and help establish referendum. And I just say, don't let the enemy come in and take what is ours. And you listen to all of these things, and you shouldn't judge one first. And everything that Namdi has ever said, he said that needs to come through Radio Biafra first. So why are you listening to the enemy and not hearing it come from Radio Biafra? And for you, South Africa, Biafra, whoever character assassinated my name in his morning Biafra show, I say that didn't come from Radio Biafra for you to assassinate my character. So you need to deal with your leadership, and you need to stay under oath and do what's right. And all this going from your oath and coming out and character assassinating your brother or sister is uncalled for. This is getting out of hand, what has gone on, that you would do something like this to your brother or sister. And I'm just saying, I forgive everyone, and if I've done you wrong in some way, I hope you forgive me. But you cannot go any further when you're having this kind of difficulty amongst us. So I say good things are coming, but please don't let the enemy come amongst us to unencourage us and not establish what God has brought to us. And this is a spiritual blessing that God put on certain people to do. It's a divine prophetic position that God has placed on certain people to establish. So whatever the enemy has come to do to try to take this away, he will never get it. Because I'm a fighter, so I'm going to keep moving, and I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to keep working for the cause. See, a real Biafran and a real IPOB leader will never let the enemy come and take away what God has established. Because if you were able to leave that quickly, you were never in it from the beginning. And so all these people who have come to destroy us, I say you better wipe your feet somewhere else and go play games with somebody else, because I'm telling you, I'm bringing it with or without anyone. I will bring a referendum, and I will bring establishment in this government of USA, as if I have to go like a ghost and nobody knows I came or went. So I'm telling you, I will keep moving for my people. I thank you in Biafra land. I thank you. I've gotten calls from all over the world where you've kept me going. I know some of the people on Facebook, some of my people, they have just uplifted me the whole time. They never left my side. I thank you for that, because you have been such an encouragement to me. I know God has just talked to me, walked with me during this time. It's been very heartbreaking to just endure something like this. And it just, as a time you want peace. And I'm just letting you know, thank you for all the encouragement and people just keeping me going. And I love you guys. And I just want to say, keep your head up, and good things are ahead of us. All hail Biafra. I love you guys. Bye.